Hi, boys and girls. How are you today? Are you ready to read a short story with me? Okay, let's get started. Today we have a story with the title Curious George at the Fire Station. Curious George at the Fire Station. Let's see, guys. Okay. George and the man with the yellow hat were visiting the fire station. George and the man with the yellow hat. Can you see the man with the yellow hat, guys? Yes, exactly. Here he is. This is the man with the yellow hat. So, guys, this is George. He's a monkey. George is sitting next to the man with the yellow hat in a blue car, and they were visiting the fire station. Look at this man, guys. He's called the chief. The chief. Hello, George, said the fire chief. How would you like to wear a fireman's hat? The chief asked George if he would like to try a fireman's hat. This is the fireman's hat, guys. Can you see it? Yeah. Do you think George will accept to wear the fireman's hat? Let's see. Yes, he did. He took the hat and put it on his head. George put on the big hat. So put on means to wear, guys. Let's go. Then they looked at the fire engines. What are fire engines? Can you guess, guys? Yeah, exactly. That's perfect. This is a fire engine and this is a fire engine. So these are fire engines. These are fire engines. Then they looked at the fire engines. We're proud of them, said the chief. We keep them as bright and shiny as we can. This means, guys, that they always keep them clean, bright and shiny. Well, guys, let's move on. One fireman was polishing a big brass bell on the wall. Can you see, guys? This is a big brass bell on the wall. The bell has a sound which is clang, clang, clang. Yeah, this is the sound of the bell. So, one fireman was polishing a big brass bell on the wall. What's the meaning of polishing, guys? Look at him. He has a towel in his hand and he is polishing the big brass bell. This means that he's trying to make it clean, guys. One fireman was polishing a big brass bell on the wall. This is our alarm bell, said the chief. Whenever there's a fire, it rings. So this bell, guys, rings whenever there's a fire. This is the alarm, big brass bell. Okay, guys, look at George. He's so funny. Another bell was on the engine. Another bell was in the engine. Now we know, guys, this is an engine and this is a bell. Another bell was on the engine. Another bell was on the engine. So we've talked about two bells, guys. Do you remember? The first bell is a big brass bell on the wall, and the fireman was polishing it, and it rings whenever there's a fire. So we know the use of this bell now. So why do you think, guys, they have this bell on the engine? Can you guess? Okay, let's see. So we ring that bell on our way to the fire, said the chief, so that people will get out of the way. So, guys, when they are driving the engine to the place of the fire, they ring this bell to tell people to get out of the way, to let them move fast and reach the place of the fire very, very, very fast. Okay, can you see the chief, guys? And this is Sally, our Dalmatian. This is the dog. Her name is Sally, guys. The chief is introducing her to the man with the yellow hat and to George. She just had 10 puppies. Sally has had just 10 puppies. What's the meaning of puppies, guys? Can you guess? Exactly. She had 10 puppies means she had 10 babies. So the baby of the dog is called a puppy. The baby of the dog is called a puppy. So she just had 10 puppies. The puppies stay in a basket on the second floor with the firemen. The puppies stay in a basket on the second floor with the firemen. Yes, here we go. This is the second floor, guys. Can you see it? Yeah. They all went up to the second floor. The puppies were in a straw basket by the wall. Can you see, guys, the puppies? Who can help me to find the puppies? Can you see them? Yeah, exactly. These are the puppies. They are in a straw basket by the wall. This means next to the wall, guys. This is the wall. This is the basket. And these are the puppies. And these are the puppies, the babies of the dog. Okay. They all went up to the second floor. The puppies were in a straw basket by the wall. Look at this, guys. Yip, yip, yip. They barked. They barked. Barking is the sound of the dog. Do you know, guys, the sound of the dog? Can anybody make the sound of the dog for us? Yes, exactly. Ho, ho, ho. This is the sound of the dog. So this is called in English barking. Barking. They barked. One tried to jump up and lick George's face. Look at this one. Yeah, it tried to jump up and look at its small tongue. It tries to lick George's face. Near the basket was a big round hole with a pole in the middle. Near the basket was a big round hole with a pole in the middle. Can you see the hole with the pole in the middle, guys? Exactly. This is the hole and this is the pole. This is the hole and this is the pole. A hole with a pole. A hole with a pole. Near the basket was a big round hole with a pole in the middle. When the alarm rings, said the chief, the firemen slide down the pole to the fire engines below. So, guys, when they hear the alarm bell ringing, they slide down this pole and go down to the engines very, very, very quickly. Okay. You may slide down if you want, George, said the chief. But be careful, said the man with the yellow hat. So, guys, do you think George is going to slide down or is he gonna be afraid? Let's see. Yeah, he did it. George slid down the pool like a real fireman. He slid down the pool like a real fireman, guys. So then he climbed onto the fire engine. Can you see him, guys? Yeah, he climbed onto the fire engine. Can you see the fire engine? Yeah, exactly. You are good boys and girls. And sat behind the steering wheel. Steering wheel. George sat behind the steering wheel. So, guys, this is steering wheel. This is a steering wheel. Do you know it, guys? Of course you do, because we all have steering wheels in our cars. This is called a steering wheel. George sat behind the steering wheel. Okay. Make way. Here comes George the fireman. Make way. Here comes George the fireman. So, guys, he's pretending to be a fireman and he's telling people to get out of the way and let him move very fast to reach the place of the fire. Look at George, guys. He's very, very curious. You know, guys, curious means that he wants to know everything around him and he wants to try everything around him. This means that he's very curious, guys. George was curious. What would happen if he rang the bell? So George was thinking, what would happen if I rang this bell? Do you think, guys, George would ring the bell? Clang, clang, clang. went the bell. So yes, George rang the bell, guys. Let's see, guys, what happened after George rang the bell. Oh my God, can you see the firemen, guys? The fireman heard it and jumped out of bed. Look at this fireman. He jumped out, jumped out, jumped out. Yeah, he jumped out of bed. Do you know why, guys? Because they thought there was a fire. So they moved very fast and jumped out of bed to get ready to go to the fireplace very, very fast. Fire! 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 They shouted. Yeah, so they were very afraid. They thought there was a fire. Quickly, they put on their uniforms and slid down the pole. Yeah, can you see the uniforms, guys? Exactly. These are the uniforms. Yeah, these are the uniforms. So look at this fireman, guys. He just put on his uniform and slid down the pole to the fire engines down in the first floor. Oh, it was a false alarm. When the firemen got to the engine, all they saw was a little monkey. Can you see, guys? There was no fire. George was just playing. He rang the bell, but there was no fire. George, said the chief, fighting fires is serious business. This means that fighting fires is very important. We cannot play with such a thing. Get off that engine right now. George felt terrible. Of course, he felt sad and embarrassed, guys. Do you know why? Because he did something wrong. And the chief was very angry and said, let's see, guys, what will happen next. At that moment, they heard a dog bark. They heard a dog bark. Sally, look at Sally. She's sad. She's barking, guys. So why do you think she's barking? And why is she looking up the pole like this? At that moment, they heard a dog bark. Sally was looking up to the top of the fire pole. Yeah, she was looking up to the top of the fire pole. Why do you think, guys, she was looking up? Why? Okay, let's see. Oh my God, look at this. One of her puppies. Yeah, oh my God, she's gonna fall down. One of the puppies had gotten out of its basket and was looking over the edge of the hole. One more step and it would fall. Oh my God, her puppy is going to fall, guys. George knew what to do. He climbed up the pole as fast as he could. Look at him. Yeah, he climbed up. He climbed up the pole as fast as he can. This means very quickly, guys. Then he held out his hat to catch the puppy in case it should fall. Can you see, guys? He held out his hat. This means he carried his hat in his hand to save the puppy and let it just fall in the hat. Then he held out his hat to catch the puppy in case it should fall. Sure enough, the puppy slipped and... Oh my God, the puppy slipped, guys. What happened to her? What happened to her? Now let's go back. Oh, that's nice. Plop landed right in George's hat. Yeah, so just in the right place, in George's hat, exactly in his hat. So he saved it, guys. He saved it. That was using your head, George, said the chief. You saved the puppy. Look at him. He's proud of George because George saved the little puppy. That was using your head, George, said the chief. You saved the puppy. I am making you an honorary fireman of our station. You can keep the hat too. So the chief told George that he's an honorary fireman of their station and that the hat is for him. He can take it. It's for him now. Come back to visit us anytime, shouted the chief as George and the man in the yellow hat got into their car to drive home. And here we come to the end of our story, guys. Did you like it or no? tell me in the comments below this video. Thank you so much and goodbye.